In this course, we talked about media and how it affects our lives. We touched upon different types of manipulations and learned how to spot them and protect ourselves. Let's summarize the tips that will help us to navigate through all of these. Rule number 1, the rule of 4 checks. Check the source. Going to the source is an important precaution because in some cases, the secondary report actually distorts the original information. If an article doesn't have any sources, it should be considered suspicious. A quick search on the topic of the article should help verify whether it is accurate or not. Check the outlet's owner. Always ask yourself, who will benefit from me reading this article? If the outlet provides no information about its owner, you should try to find it. Don't forget to check who or what group owns a media outlet. Check evidence. Evaluate information you read by verifying some or all of the evidence presented. This involves looking up information using resources that you know are credible. One type of evidence that often gets abused is data and statistics. To combat this, think about the numbers involved. Do they make sense? If a link or name of a source is given in the article, click the link or Google it. Check whether the source says what the article claims. Ask if the source is well placed to provide the information. If you have doubts, try to identify a reputable source for checking the information yourself. Check photos. The internet is full of repurposed photos which are used to represent one thing when they really represent a different place, time, or event. Reverse image search is not always the cure, but it often helps us determine whether a picture has been previously used or altered. Rule number 2, check your biases. A lie is easily identified if the text contradicts our views. It's much more difficult to believe the author is a liar when the text supports our own opinion, especially when stereotypes are validated by our experience. We are all biased. It's human nature. It's how our brains work. We quickly characterize people around us based on the existing stereotypes. However, stereotypes can be harmful and lead to hostilities between people and entire nations. Recognizing our biases is the first step towards resisting the spread of lies. Rule number 3, beware of algorithms. Sourcing news from social media, you fall victim to algorithms designed to entertain you, not to provide relevant information. You end up in a personal information bubble where the network feeds you only the news you like. Use sources that don't just cater to your existing views, but also provide unbiased information contributing towards your all-around development. Rule number 4, keep an eye on disinformation. As we already know, the most effective propaganda and disinformation are often composed of partially true information so that we accept it without questioning. For this reason, we need to constantly learn to identify features of false and distorted information to understand who benefits from its dissemination. This way, we will be able to prevent problems and be proactive, rather than waste efforts on offsetting their consequences. Rule number 5, control the technology so it doesn't control you. According to the founder of the Time Well Spent initiative, Tristan Harris, a person who has been distracted needs 23 minutes to refocus. If you constantly get distracted by something, distraction becomes a bad habit and it starts a cycle even if there's no one there to distract you. There are some things we can do about it right now. Try a recurring digital detox. Start with uninstalling social media apps from your mobile phone. If this seems like overkill to you, try at least disabling all notifications and moving the apps to the furthest home screen. Travel more to expand your perception of the world and to break stereotypes. Listen to podcasts, let your eyes have a rest, and work to form and express your own opinions. Your habits matter, so start by changing them. Verify information around you and always stay alert. Make media literacy a part of your lifestyle. In this course, you have mastered the skills that will protect you from the vast majority of misinformation out there. You've worked hard, and you should feel optimistic about your ability to protect yourself and share what you've learned about misinformation with others. Technology will evolve. That's inevitable. But now you are ambassadors for healthy information habits and can help promote this new lifestyle. You know how to make yourself more resilient to emotional manipulation. You are aware of new types of disinformation and misinformation, and you can educate yourselves as new technologies emerge. Each of us has the power to determine what media to engage with and what media to share. Making thoughtful decisions about our habits can help us become more responsible media users. So let's start by doing so today.